Um, Good morning. It's so early. I'm a little worried. I'll be honest. I close tonight, so I'm probably going to be working until like 2 or 3 a.m. And I don't work till 5, so normally I'd wake up later, but some of my coworkers invited me to play Magic before work. And the only time to do that is between lunch and dinner. But then... Yeah, I work from 5 to 2 tonight. Optimistically. The last couple weeks we have not gotten out at 2. I do want to play Magic. Maybe I take a nap on my break. I don't know. We'll see. It's gonna be a long night. But we're here. It's raining again. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I did actually transition some of my spreadsheets out of Google Drive and into LibreOffice last night. I am quite pleased with this, although there are some parts of LibreOffice that I need to figure out. Like why it has 2 copies of all of my things. Oh, it's because it resaved all of them as ODS instead of... Oh my god, I just want to remove the... I just deleted the file that I wanted to save. File type... Files in here. Okay, did I just delete them from my recently used? Is that what happened here? Where did I put these? I was messing around with so many things yesterday that I don't remember. Okay, so those are both in the place. Okay. Fossils. I'm not a huge fan of the drop-down chips in LibreOffice, and I don't know if I can do conditional formatting. As I say that, I look over and I see a thing called condition. It just like didn't copy correctly, so I need to go through and do that. Pterodon body. That's new. Footstep not new. Mammoth not new. Oh wait, and we gotta upgrade our house today. Basement. Give me basement. Big bear. Let's sell first, because I have literally no room. Just gonna check the lovely wall. I mean, lovely's rare. I should buy that, even if I just sell it back. It's a good one to have in the catalog in case I decide to do like a lovely upper room or something. And what was my other letter? From Mom. Thanks, Mom. I did pour my coffee already, but it's gonna take a while to cool down. Finished putting together the proxies for Serulf last night. I don't know if I'm actually gonna play Serulf. I don't have my net on me. Net's still in the house. Do anything. Because I was playing through Serulf, and like after I put the proxies in, I was like, yeah, I can do a little bit of, you know, playtesting, make sure this all works how I want it to, and it does work how I want it to, but unfortunately how I want it to is really mean. That deck is unfair. That deck is brutal. It's technically a stacks deck, so it's stuff like, you know, what? Oh. It's cute. Is today a holiday? Or is that just a thing that's here in May? But this Serulf is a stacks deck. It's control. It's got a lot of removal. It's got a lot of infinite combos. What do we got? Oh, this is, Walrus. Photo. Wandering. It's like, what are you talking about, dude? Yeah, but this roof deck, it's, I think, fairly overkill for this group of players. Oh, that's not him. That's Hippo. Fairly overkill. Okay, for real control tools, playing stuff like Tabernacle. Highlander. The whole deck is based around that I need to remove permanents from your board to make my commander stronger. And also every card is in Japanese. Because this was a project that I did for myself to kind of force myself to learn how Japanese cards work. Which worked. I can read most of them. And there's a lot of... The card names themselves are really hard. And there's a lot of fancy, you know, over-the-top magic words. But the rules text is primarily not that hard. Like, there's a lot of keywords. So once you learn the keywords, there's not really a whole lot else to do. Convenient Japanese wiki that has a table, which means you can make a CSV file and turn them into Anki cards if you want to. And then a lot of them are just kind of obvious. Which was fun. That was like a good month of work. And then learning how to order cards. There's a nice learning curve there. Which is nice. Good project. And then I played Arena for a little bit, and then I got bored, because I don't really like Arena. I like playing cards and paper. I want to see the fear in my opponent's eyes. Arena's just a little bit too impersonal. It's like, I don't know, I started playing Magic in high school, and, like, we would play Magic at lunch in the back of my friend's truck. So it was like, it's a very social thing, playing Magic. I forgot to check the, wishing well. This one. Playing as like a competitive online game is a very different thing. Or like just, you know, you go to the card shop and then... Oh dear. I'm not allowed any cats named Chocolate. Into a state of shock. Didn't even see there was a weed there. I just hit B to start running. Okay. That tree survived this time. That's good. It means we should be good. As long as I didn't go over by planting that tree. Which is possible. Mortimer's here. Still good. Maybe it is a holiday. It's a cleaning day. I also cleaned a bunch yesterday. Speaking of cleaning day. Is this the dump? Yeah, go eat with the bow. Kind of set things up, organized things for where I'm gonna have that laptop, and a few other things. Where's the walrus? I can't see him. Also missing a fossil. Took out all of my cardboard, been accumulating. It was pretty dire. But it's fine. We're good. We did it. Cleaned my sink too while I was doing dishes last night. Very exciting things happening. I wanted to read more last night. I didn't really have time. Oh, there's my fossil. I did try out a new visual novel, just to see how difficult it would be. Tsubame no Seiji. Something that I got for like under $5 on Steam sale at some point. Not a huge fan of it so far. Feels a little too rough. But I was looking for something that was sci-fi, but wouldn't be overwhelming with the terminology. And this is that. It's not super hard. I was reading at about 11,000 characters once I kind of got into the swing of things. One of the characters is an android. One of the characters is a soldier. And I think those are probably the only two characters in the story, based on how long it's taken people to read. I think in total it's probably gonna be like 40,000, maybe 50,000 characters. Where is bro? Oh, I haven't even had a sip of my coffee yet. Let's see. How hot are we? Perfect. Perfect temperature. Ah. I did do a bunch more serious work last night trying to figure out how I was gonna set up a piano stream, though. And I think, in my mind, I understand how it's gonna work. I think I have organized how all of the pieces need to come together. But in order to do that, I need to order some pieces. Because I picked up another webcam, so I don't have to move this webcam. I have another mic, but I need to fix that mic. I have another audio interface, but I don't want to use that for the piano, because it's a little... it cuts the bass a little too much. So I need a USB extension cable, which I ordered. And I need... a MIDI cable that's longer than 2 feet long, because the only MIDI cable that I have is from my synth setup. Which is like, you know, I want this to be as short as possible because this is a stage setup where I'm controlling a synthesizer on stage with something else. Because I didn't want to play piano sounds on, you know, mini non-velocity sensitive keys. Or no, they were velocity sensitive, they weren't weighted. But I needed to play a real piano tone from the synth. Electric piano, I think. I don't know, that's been a few years since I've done any stage stuff. I do kind of miss playing music live, though. Which is one of the reasons that I wanted to get this piano set up. But I also haven't practiced piano in a while, so I don't know how that's gonna go. I think last time I sat down and played, like, for real, and was, like, learning a new piece was in January, probably. I was working on, the Chopin Nocturne, and I don't remember what else. Oh, I got a book of Bach conventions, and I was working through those as kind of easier pieces to learn. Because historically, I really don't like playing Bach. But I know that that's a thing that you have to play. If you want to get better at piano, you gotta play Bach. You gotta do your time. I like listening to Bach. I like listening to other people play Bach. I just don't like actually learning Bach, if that makes sense. But I don't know. I do have a pretty sizable repertoire of pieces that I basically am never gonna forget how to play. I've been playing for like 15 years at this point. Some of these, maybe longer. A lot of these, you know what, I can actually pull up Forbidden Technology. There's a YouTube out there that I can't delete. Because I lost the email. It has a bunch of my recordings from high school. Yeah, the oldest videos on this are 15 years old. And these are, like, recordings that I took after already like knowing how to play piano. Like these are not me as a baby learning piano. These are me, 13 years ago doing a performance recital piece of a piece that I still play. 2,000 views? Who's watching these? This is a video that I like literally took inside with a hand cam. And some of these are just kind of mid. I mean, a lot of them are kind of mid because I was a high schooler playing piano, but you know. And I'm not like... Yes, I've been playing piano for 20 years. But no, I'm not like a professional pianist level. I'm not like a concert pianist level. I have a few pieces that kind of, sort of start to get into that level of repertoire, but primarily I play in like the late intermediate to early advanced stage. So I'm not gonna be out here playing, all this crazy virtuoso shit. But I do like actually know how to play piano, and I'm classically trained and took lessons for like a decade. Just as an adult, I kind of come back to it every couple years and will be like, I feel like spending 2 months going up a grade now, and then I'll do that. And it's worked. I have gotten like better. I've improved as a musician doing that. Especially last year, before I started back at this job, I did an hour of practice a day for a month where I was including a lot of the skills that I don't normally include. Especially sight reading. I really dislike sight reading. But turns out, if you do 5 minutes of sight reading a day and an hour of practice a day for a month, you get better. Like crazy. I know. Like very noticeably better. I guess I have talked about piano before, because I played some of my recordings as starter music. Hisaiishi's Summer. I have enough music to fill a couple streams without getting into like, oh, I need to actually practice territory. But I kind of do want to do that. I feel like actually practicing on stream and then getting to the point where I can play a song. The process of going from not knowing how to play a song into playing a song over a couple weeks, I think that could be an interesting thing. Maybe not like literally stream every note that I practice, but just like once a week be like, hey, that song that I was working on last week, it sounds way better now. Isn't that cool? When you actually practice something, you get better at it. And I was messing around with the YouTube clip maker. So I should actually be able to turn those into videos if I play things on stream that sound good enough. Be cool. Not that I'm like super concerned with growth or anything on this channel, but I know that is one of the ways that people suggest. I should actually see... swap over to this account real quick. God, we did so much yesterday. Like, what? I'm just like going through in my head, like, man, I was working on this, I was working on this, I was working on... It felt like I did nothing yesterday. Like, literally, it felt like I did nothing. I'm going through and it's like, man, I swapped over to LibreOffice, I looked into a piano setup, I cleaned my apartment, I learned how to use the YouTube Studio Clip Editor, I was working with YouTube DLP, and learned about different kinds of stream processing, and I fixed the proxies for my Magic deck, test read a whole new visual novel. Oh, what was I doing? But I was watching some CC piano streams, and I really, really like how she has her set up. I want to do something kind of like that, where it has a keyboard on the bottom, and then we, have notes scroll up from the keybed as you play them into the distance, and then have model tracking somewhere on top of that. But let's see if my Don Maku video is finished processing so I can make a clip, because I wanted to make a clip of the... Ah, I can! I wanted to make a clip of my... timeline. I want to make a clip of the 26 that I OC'd yesterday, whichever song that was. Spider's Blood. Oh god, I zoomed in too much. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so you just have to wait like 24 hours if you want to do it with this method. Which is a little annoying. Should be about time for me to get dressed and head over. I think they should be done with lunch orders. They said like 1:30. But I'll finish making this video. I should see what my titling was. View channel. that in the rhythm game scores. Oh my god, we're lagging so bad. Let's see if we can get a score thumbnail automatically.
Nintendo.
I might have to get this myself. Sorry, I'm just kinda... messing with stuff right now. Ooh, I need to clean up my C drive.
Nintendo.
It's looking pretty full there. There we go. Okay. I think that's gonna be all for now. I'm gonna go play Magic, go to work. I'll probably try to play some Animal Crossing tomorrow morning, but closer to 3. Because we're not playing Magic tomorrow, probably. Likely. But that's gonna be all for me for now. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for joining.